My first teaching position was as a special needs teacher. By the end of the first school year, I was quite visibly pregnant, and the principal did what principals did in those days. Wished me luck and hired someone else for the job. Teaching special needs kids is a calling, but I finished the first year visibly pregnant, and back in those days, it meant you didn't get invited back.
It was in a public school system, but I worked with the children with disabilities, and I did that for a year, and then that summer, I actually didn't have the education courses, so I was on an emergency certificate, it was called, and I went back to graduate school and took a couple of courses in education and said, I don't think this is going to work out for me. And I was pregnant with my first baby. So I had a baby and stayed home for a couple of years.
The 2020 presidential hopeful is again facing backlash after the Washington Post published her 1986 Texas bar registration card. There, under race, Warren listed herself as American Indian. Elizabeth Warren says she's sorry.
It is about an apology from the heart. An apology for not being more sensitive to tribal citizenship and tribal sovereignty.
Lying and cheating her way to the presidency if possible. She's trying to win, remember? She defrauded people with her credentials. She said she was Indian. And I said that I have more Indian blood than she does, and I have none. I'm sorry.
What do the facts say?
The facts suggest that you
absolutely have a Native American ancestor in your pedigree.
Warren was told she had a Native American ancestor in the range of 6 to 10 generations ago.
No, it is not.
Why not?
It's not about the number. There are lots of people who are not enrolled in tribes.
Forget the number. You have acknowledged that in that national law directory you listed yourself as a minority. If your family had an African American, like you have a grandparent or great-great-grandparent as a Cherokee, would you call yourself a black and expect African Americans to accept that?
If that same
ancestor is black and not a Cherokee.
It's not that ancestor. If my father's parents had said, you can't marry her because she's black, and that had been part of our family growing up, that we had two different families,
you would be comfortable saying black?
It would be part of identification.
This video, she talked about her parents being harassed and eloped. Well, that's not all that true. I mean, because reports, like the newspaper reporting of her parents' wedding, pleasant affair, in the book Pow Wow Chow is this recipe by Elizabeth Warren that was essentially taken from somebody else. In Pow Wow Chow is also a recipe by Elizabeth Warren's husband, who is not a Native American and has never listed himself as such. However, in the book, for purposes apparently of this book, is also called.
And minutes from school board meetings show Warren's resignation was accepted with regret.
It doesn't matter much what the term is, but let's be clear. I was 6 months pregnant. It was my first job. I was 22 years old. And the job that was mine, that I'd been hired for the next year, was taken away when they knew I was pregnant. I think of how this resonates with so many millions of women across this country, and people who've been in, if not that exact situation, similar situations.